Yeah, I just have the recording going.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the red one.
Yep. So
Yeah.
the answer is you think I'm finished, but perhaps you don't know the full truth.
Mm.
Ending is a new beginning. Something is coming.
What you mean you can tell all that from that JPEG? Should we show the JPEG again?
Yeah, let's you can show that. So this is the riddle we've been doing.
You can tell all that from this.
Well, there is a cipher.
Oh, there's a cipher. Oh.
It's backwards, looks like.
Oh, you can see that the characters are repeated, right? Like, so if you know what like this represents, what these represent, you can probably work out. This is probably a 3-letter word, but you need to know. So what was it again? You said what was you think, is it? You, so this may be Y, so YOU. So this character is Y.
Yeah,
And
I'll
then
just put up the cipher.
so the site.
I'll just share it. You're sharing something, so I can't share it.
What?
So maybe I'll just put into the chat and you can have a look.
You can share it now, Jonah. You can share it.
Wait, I gave everyone sharing abilities.
Oh, but not multiple people can share.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think I can't share all at once. So I'll just share the cipher thing and you can actually see.
What is that?
This is
wow.
the coding.
Oh yeah, that's right. So that's what I was saying. So
Wow.
this one is Y.
That's so cool.
And then yeah, okay. Oh, you, so you. Think. Yeah, you think.
You think, yeah? That's good.
Yep, and from the cipher you could answer the actual riddle.
Wow, that's pretty cool. You got the thing, decoded thing.
Yep.
I wonder if we can find an image with the decrypted message.
Yeah, maybe eventually. It might be a bit too early for that.
Oh,
well, surely some fan. It's already been a day. Some hardcore fan would have
at
found.
least a day, like 2 days or something.
At least 2 days.
It was released on Thursday, and
US.
Oh, actually, it was for us. It was Wednesday night.
Oh, really? Oh, wow.
So
yeah,
oh, wow.
3 days at the most.
Ah, interesting.
So that's quite a bit of answering for what that message says.
The ratata.
Ratalada.
Ratalada, yeah. That website. So who made this website? Who made this website? Not Warner Brothers, right? No.
Yeah, it could be.
Oh, okay.
I think this was there even before the movie was released.
Oh, wow.
So it had clues even before the movie came out. Just to tease a bit.
Ratalada. Interesting. For the fans, huh? For the fans.
Yeah, so this is what Jono's mentioned. So based on the cipher,
oh yeah,
you can decrypt it into this. You think I'm finished, but perhaps you don't know the full truth. Every ending is a new beginning. Something is coming.
Wow.
Yeah, something is coming.
So a sequel.
Well, yeah, it's a sequel. They've already confirmed that it's gonna happen. So.
Oh wow. Okay.
Actually, 2 sequels are actually planned.
Oh,
so it's like a trilogy.
Same as the other one, Batman.
Same as with the Chris Nolan one. Yeah.
Wow. But it's gonna be hard to beat, is it?
It's gonna be hard to beat what? The Dark Knight.
Yeah,
that's true.
Dark Knight.
That's true.
Especially Dark Knight Returns.
No, the Dark Knight. Yeah.
Oh
well, this movie was quite different to the Dark Knight series.
Yeah, this is more detective.
Oh yeah, it was like a detective movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't really consider it detective work because answering riddles isn't exactly.
Yeah, technically, I know
Detective
what
work.
you mean, but this is the first movie that shows Batman as a detective.
Like as a sort of crap detective.
Oh, what detective? Crap detective.
Like
Well, he's
not
answering-
like not the master detective like the series says.
Oh.
Because all he seems to be doing is answering riddles and he finds out the problem too late.
Yeah, the riddles. Huh?
Yep. He had to go to the Riddler to find out what that last thing as he said meant. And by that time he was already too late to stop what was happening.
Yeah, but I think what you say is true.
Crap detective.
And I think it is intentional that he's a bit crap because this is Batman, an inexperienced
Practically
Batman,
year 2.
year 2 only. So he's not the polished Batman that we've seen in the past.
And not exactly detective either. Like this movie, we don't really see him do detective work per se.
Well,
Not
he's there's scenes where he's trying to piece together the connections and stuff. So there's some
Yeah,
element of that.
There's
that-
some
yeah.
slight elements of detective work, but most of it is answering riddles.
Well, yeah, but that's the reason why they had the Riddler.
Mm.
that's the bad guy, right?
Mm.
Yeah, but it's not really detective work. Yeah, the Riddler already gives out the clues.
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Matt
He's-
Reeves though, Matt Reeves when he actually intended to be a detective story, he was actually quite he was actually worried that audiences would not follow it. But when he tested it to a test audience, they really liked it. And so he said, "Oh, okay, that's okay then." World's
Well,
greatest
yeah.
detective.
Well, it's not exactly detective work in this movie, but I see what they're trying to go at.
Yeah. Yeah, because you hear about Batman as, he's known as the world's
World's
greatest detective.
detective.
And you never really
besides,
see that.
like,
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
who
Yeah,
else is
detective.
known as the world's greatest detective?
Yeah,
Sherlock
he seemed,
Holmes.
yeah, he seemed to,
Sherlock Holmes.
yeah,
Yeah.
he seemed to pick up on a lot of things straight away, right? In this movie, Batman.
Well, he's good at answering riddles.
Yeah.
And he takes time to find out the solution, but of course
It
he's
takes time,
too
yeah.
late at the end.
It's too late at the end. And I think it's actually good that he's too late because this shows that he's not the
Invincible.
polished Batman.
Yeah.
He's still learning the ropes, right?
true.
He's still figuring out how to be Batman.
But it's interesting how they start off as year 2.
Well, the reason is because they figured that everyone knows his origin. Let's not start from his origin. It's so boring. Everyone knows how his parents got killed and all that stuff. So
No problem.
just dump it in, launch
And I
it.
guess there was also the animated movie for year 1.
Well, yeah, Batman Begins is
No, they
Oh,
had
no.
an animated movie for year 1, just called Batman Year 1.
that's true. That's true.
Batman you won.
Well, Batman Year One's based on the book that I think in my previous YouTube video I showed the Year One book. So yeah, so there is a Batman Year One comic
yeah.
book,
Yep, and maybe.
which later got adapted into a movie. Yeah,
Animated movie, not like live action. So
that's
I
right.
guess since there's too many year 1, they just start with year 2, which is fine.
Oh, you got Batman you won.
There you go, Batman Year One, Frank Miller. So this was first published in 1986.
1986. Wow.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so it's an old one. So this is one of the major inspirations for the movie.
Yep. So they went with year 2 instead of year 1.
Now
They
year
did
2
not
is
do the same
interesting.
thing.
Year 2 is actually the Long Halloween. Was set in year 2,
Oh, the Long Halloween. of
which
course.
we've actually seen.
We saw that one.
We did see that one, yes.
The animated Long
The
Halloween.
animated one. Yeah.
So this year 2 is probably before that one. Or it could be after. We don't exactly.
Is it?
Well, I mean, this is not trying to adapt Long Halloween or anything.
Yeah,
These are
it's
just
not.
inspirations, for the movie.
Wow.
Hmm. So it's probably not related at all. So
No,
yeah,
it's,
that's fine.
it's just inspirations. It's his own thing, yeah. It's his own universe called the Batverse.
And starting at year 2.
Starting at year 2, yeah.
The Batman.
Yeah, but they actually do like it right at the beginning. They already admitted that it's year 2 of the Batman. So
Yeah, it's so clear in the journal.
yeah.
Year 2, yeah.
So it was absolutely clear that was year 2 of the Batman. So he's still sort of inexperienced. His gadgets don't exactly work as intended.
The Batmobile is still a little bit clunky.
The Bat, yeah. Oh yeah, it was.
His flight suit is a mess.
The suit is.
It looks good though. It seems very.
It looks okay.
Yeah, advanced. You could say.
The flight suit wasn't as good as the other adaptations of it, but because it's year 2, so
he could fly, right? Or not fly, but he could glide.
Oh, he glided like a bat.
He glided
Like a
sort
bat.
of, not exactly like a bat.
Well, he was outstretched like a
Yeah,
bat.
he had a bit more of a fat suit for that, so not exactly like a proper bat.
Yeah.
And that was quite clunky as heck, so he crashed.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, I guess since it's year 2, his gadgets aren't exactly up to par yet.
Yeah.
Just fine.
Yeah, which is fine. I mean, it's a bit like what they try to do with James Bond in Casino Royale.
Oh yeah.
You know, he's not the smooth James Bond in later years. He's still like a bit rough around the edges.
Yeah.
But it's interesting, this one, like where he's actually working with the police pretty closely.
Yeah.
As well.
And I guess it's kind of hard to do proper detective work into a movie. I mean, some have tried, but either they're too boring or they have to make it comical.
Yeah, that's right. And you don't want it to be too real detective work, otherwise it becomes boring, as you say.
Oh, too real.
Yeah, like the proper murder mystery movies have been boring.
Like you think about that series True Detective, which is very detective. I found it quite great. Yeah, it's good, but probably not, for Batman.
Yeah, and so this movie is quite a really small, short type of detective work.
That's right.
So not really detective, but really slight.
Not really detective, but the most detective Batman that we've ever seen on the screen. Because none of
I guess so, but
none of the other ones.
We come into a time where we actually had another murder mystery detective movie in the same month.
Oh, you mean Death on the Nile?
Yeah. Actually, it came out previous month, but yeah, practically it's quite close. Death on the Nile was another murder mystery.
Yeah, that's right.
Detective type movie, which was actually more detective and drama style than this movie.
Well, yeah, but that's what it's supposed to be. It's a murder mystery, Agatha Christie murder mystery adaptation.
Yeah, but effectively that was a better detective movie than
Batman. Of course. But this is Batman after all, right? It's still a Batman movie, even though it has elements of detective work.
Well, a crap detective, but yeah.
Yeah, an inexperienced Batman learning the ropes. But it is long though, 3 hours.
Yep, but I guess how they've put it out is like we never really see how he was trained to be a detective, so I think he's just trying to piece it together as he goes, so he doesn't exactly know.
I think he would have, like, if you look at Batman Begins, he would have traveled the world to learn from the masters in different fields, which we didn't see that because this just jumps straight into year 2.
Yep, and Alfred is actually helping him solve a lot of the riddles as well. So
Yeah,
it's not just him.
that's the difference in this one. Yeah, Alfred is actually like a partner in crime. Well, not in crime, in fighting crime with him, rather than just like a butler. So that's an interesting change as well.
He was helping him solve the.
Yes, yeah, the riddles.
Yeah.
And a new Alfred actor as well.
Yeah, Andy Serkis. Well, they're all new, right? Andy Serkis, Jeffrey Wright.
Oh yeah.
Okay, let me bring up the Zoe Kravitz, Jeffrey Wright.
Go back to Jeffrey Rush one again. Oh, this one.
Jeffrey Wright, not
Jeffrey Wright. The Watcher, yeah, the Watcher. Yeah.
Andy Serkis, Alfred, Robert Pattinson, Batman, Zoe Kravitz again. Colin Farrell, as I was saying, looks totally
he
unrecognizable
looks so different. Wow.
Oh, wow.
as Penguin.
He added lots of padding and all that.
Yeah.
Probably.
And I was saying, yeah, Zoe Kravitz was Angel Salvador in X-Men First
It was
Class.
X-Men.
Totoro is Carmine Falcone.
Falcone.
Paul Dano.
The Riddler.
It's pretty creepy, actually.
Yeah, yeah. It's different to the Jim Carrey Riddler, right?
Yeah, so different. So
Yeah,
different.
he was like a funny clown kind of guy.
Yeah,
This
quite
guy's
different.
Like, this guy's like weird.
But Jim Carrey's Riddler was just absolutely horrible.
Well, he's over the top. I mean, he's more the campy Riddler, which was what they were going for in the 90s in that movie, right? Batman Forever.
I thought he did pretty good. Oh,
No, that was just really
you didn't
bad.
like it. Okay. There's Robin in that one too.
That one, Forever. Did you have Robin?
No, oh no, sorry. No, maybe the different Robin.
Yeah, definitely different, very different.
Different Riddlers, yeah. Different kind of
Yep.
Riddlers, yeah.
But this was a proper like Riddler.
You reckon? Okay.
Well, this is more like the Riddler in the Arkham series as well.
Yeah, I definitely I think Arkham series of games was an inspiration as well.
Arkham.
Yeah, because the Arkham series of games, you were actually playing a detective in general.
Oh.
And you were flying around the city in a bat suit. You got a Batmobile eventually and stuff, but yeah, a lot of it was like beating up bad guys and solving crimes.
Oh. The Arkham, yeah. What's Arkham? It's a
Arkham Asylum.
It's a series of games: Arkham Asylum, Arkham Knights, Arkham City.
it's a series of games.
Yeah, but the Arkham name is obviously comes from Arkham Asylum.
Yeah. And Arkham Origins is not part of the trilogy of games.
The Origins. Yeah.
Even though it was a game under the Arkham name, it was not good. But a good game series, which ended with Batman dying.
Yes, that's a spoiler right there. Batman dies in the games.
Oh, in the games. Yeah.
Well,
Does-
actually,
does
not
he?
really,
Not
not
really,
really,
yeah.
because at the end, it was a little bit ambiguous. Like
But,
it's
yeah,
sort of like
With the Scarecrow and the few toxins in the game, yeah.
like it's sort of like he becomes something more,
He becomes something much more scary and dangerous.
like a real Batman, not just a man, right? He's become a symbol, a
A real Batman.
real bat, yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed the Arkham series a lot. That was probably one of my favorite series of games in total.
Oh, series of games. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, they eventually are going back to that game series again by the same producer. What was that game called with the owls or something?
Court of Owls. Yeah.
Yeah, Court of Owls with the new game series.
So this is the so Arkham games. Yeah,
okay.
this is an inspiration too. So Batman's been called the world's great detective, but that aspect is yet to be fully fleshed out on screen. But the games has perfected that, as Jono says. It's like playing a detective. Over 3 games, players use Batman's gadgets to piece together clues from crime scenes and solve pesky riddle challenges. And so in that sense, we are seeing how, the movie is similar.
Yep, but the thing is, this movie will never be like the Arkham games. The Arkham games blew this movie out of the water.
Well, of course, think about the fact that you spend 20 hours or more. This is
trying to solve all the issues. Yeah.
Yeah, this is a 3-hour movie. There's no way, right?
Yeah, of course. That's why no movie adaptation of a game will ever be as good as a game.
Well, I mean, this is not trying to adapt the game, but it's just.
Well, Uncharted did.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying this is just trying like inspiration. Yeah.
You know the word Arkham. It was brought up. It was brought up in the movie too.
Yeah, it's an asylum. It's where all the mad people.
Mad people. Stay.
Yeah, Arkham Asylum.
Asylum. I think it was mentioned when they were talking about his father.
Yes, Thomas Wayne. Yeah.
Thomas Wayne. Yeah.
And Martha.
And Martha. Yeah. Martha's the mum of Bruce. Yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, but it's actually kind of interesting how they were mentioning how the parents died.
Yeah, like, they don't know.
They brought in like another
aspect. Yeah.
Another aspect of what might have happened. Like, were they actually targeted, or was it really just a random street thug?
Yeah, it's inconclusive. Yeah. Even in the comics, it's never really been resolved definitively.
I don't know who's responsible and all that. I think it might be Falcone. It could be anyone, Falcone, already.
It could be.
Like, was Falcone actually do it, or did he actually say it was the other guy? What did he say it was?
The other guy.
Maroni. I mean, so
Maroni,
there were two gang mobs.
Oh,
yeah. One's Maroni, one's Carmine Falcone. They're always like fighting.
Yeah. So
like the mafia.
Falcone said in the movie that she was targeted by Maroni.
Yeah.
But in fact, it could be more Falcone than Maroni.
Even Alfred didn't know, right? Yeah.
Says there's no conclusive evidence.
And he didn't. That's why I didn't tell him. Yeah.
Or it could be just a random thug.
Yeah, it could be a random kill. Yeah.
Because what Alfred said, it could be actually more Falcone than Maroni. And Falcone accuses Maroni. So
Falcone is the father of Catwoman, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Selena Kyle.
Is that the same as the comics?
Same as the Long Halloween one that we saw in the animated movie.
So he's the father of Catwoman. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. Wow, it's connected. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that ends up creating a new conspiracy of how the Waynes died.
I wonder why Batman seems so friendly to Catwoman. if he knew that he's part of Falcone.
No, he didn't know it.
I didn't know at the time.
It's only later on that she confessed. Yeah.
Yep, and as well, Catwoman in the games, movies, and all that, she was never really a bad guy. She was a thief.
She's a thief. She is a thief in this one too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But she's never like evil or.
She's not part of the gang. She's not part of the gangs. Yeah. She's her own kind.
She's just pretty much out to
steal stuff.
Well, she has to steal stuff to get by, and also to help out her. Who's that other person? Yeah, she's trying to help.
Russian girl.
Annika.
Yeah.
Yeah, but why does she wanted to kill his dad, Falcone? Why does she so desperately wanted to kill?
Because she realized that his dad's the big bad behind everything.
Oh, big bad.
And he probably also killed off Annika, her best friend.
Her best friend Annika.
And also abandoned her as well.
Yeah, I saw abandoned her as a child.
Oh, he abandoned her as a child.
Yeah, you heard the story from her in the movie. So
Oh, yeah.
Hmm.
What about the mother?
the mother died.
Oh,
They
Catwoman
mentioned
mother.
that.
Oh yeah, that when she's 7 years old. Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh no, did Falcone kill her? Oh no,
I don't think he killed her.
didn't kill the mother. Okay, yeah.
It's
Oh, he
just that
died.
she died.
Inconclusive. We know that she died, and then
Strangled.
after that, she was like put in
Put into foster care.
foster care.
Feel like Batman, maybe.
Yeah, in a way. Well, but
Orphan,
she still has a dad.
Oh yeah, sorry, you're right. Yeah.
So
Still alive.
not like
Not fully gone. Yeah, not fully gone. Oh yeah, slight difference. Yeah.
But the dad never really cared.
Yeah, the dad doesn't care. So
Yeah, you're right.
in essence, it's the same.
Yep,
Yeah.
until he dies in this movie. So
Actually, yeah, I didn't expect him to die, but I think they were trying to make Penguin like take
The next-
over.
The
Yeah.
next boss, yeah. Yeah, Penguin killed
Next big
Falcone,
boss.
yeah.
nope, he didn't.
No,
Oh no, he didn't. He was holding the gun, wasn't he?
It was the Riddler.
the Riddler.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Shot him from afar.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
the
the
light.
Penguin did have a gun, yes, but when the shots happened, he says, "I didn't do it. I didn't shoot."
Oh, he was about to do it though.
Yeah, he
Well,
may have done it.
yeah,
He could
he
have done
may
it.
he may have done it, but he didn't shoot.
He
He
didn't shoot. Oh, so he's
he
innocent.
made it clear that he didn't shoot, and then the police saw in the window
Riddler.
who it was.
Sniper, yeah.
Yeah, the sniper.
Wow. So Penguin's innocent then, I guess. Well, he hasn't killed anyone. Wow.
Yeah, he didn't kill Falcone.
Oh, that's interesting. But why would Riddler kill Falcone then?
Oh, the Riddler's basically just trying to expose everybody because he knows everything's corrupt.
Yeah,
So
but
he's trying to expose the truth.
But he's
Oh,
also
everyone.
like a crazy guy and a killer.
He's a crazy guy, but the interesting thing is what
He's a good guy.
He's actually, in a way, trying to find justice. And so there's this very interesting similarity between what Batman's doing and what Riddler's
Oh, well,
doing. And
yeah.
in the final exchange between them, I think he was trying to make the point to Batman that, hey,
They're good
we're
friends.
not that different.
Yeah, they're both good guy, bad guy. Yeah, so to speak.
It's just that the Riddler's doing things in a very different, like
Different
he's
way,
just
right?
killing everybody to get what he wants.
Which isn't exactly justice.
Which is it's not justice.
yeah, because
But it is vengeance, admittedly. Yes.
Yeah. And then there's that interesting shift from Batman realizing that, hey, maybe vengeance is not enough. And at the end, there's like a slight shift towards hope, becoming more of like symbol of hope.
Yep, and more of justice instead of just vengeance.
Yeah, justice and hope instead of just vengeance. So I thought that was kind of cool at the end
yeah.
when they did that. Those themes started to like emerge.
Yeah,
Because even the bad guy said, "We have vengeance." So
we have vengeance. Yeah.
So then the question is, what's the difference, right? If the Batman is
it's
just
also vengeance. Yeah. It doesn't exactly work. So if they were going off them both being about vengeance, then yeah, I guess they would be on the same idea. But
They should
it's
join up,
two
maybe.
different ways of doing it. The way the Batman was trying to do it was trying to just protect others from certain things, and
Yeah.
these guys just wanted to kill everyone to get their way. So
Yeah, the thing is the Batman doesn't kill still, right? He said in one scene that no guns, right? He's still against killing.
Oh,
Yeah.
no guns, right?
Whereas the Riddler just doesn't care.
yeah, he doesn't care. So
Yeah, it blew up people. Yeah, it blew up the DA, right? Yeah.
Well, he blew up.
Oh,
He first killed the mayor. He killed a
He killed the
couple of
mayor,
people. He
sorry.
blew up the DA. Yes.
and the man, yeah, killed the man at the beginning.
but-
With the shovel, right? Yeah.
Mm.
At the beginning.
But this is what we were saying. Here it
Vengeance.
says Batman turns from vengeance to hope in the end because of Riddler's actions and accusations. Right? He's saying like, what's the difference between
Between us,
you
yes.
and me, right?
the
And
Batman
so-
doesn't kill.
And so there's that interesting scene at the end. Remember that scene where Batman reached down into the water to save the
Oh, so
mayor?
yeah, the
And
key
so,
that-
so it's sort of like a symbol that he's now like a beacon of hope. not just a big symbol of vengeance.
Not just catch bad guys, but save people.
Yeah, it's something a bit more than what he's been doing, which is good because at this stage it's only year 2. He's still trying to
figure stuff
out about who he really
Wait,
is.
this is year 2 Batman, you mean?
Yes, that's what we were saying just now.
Yeah,
It's
we've
only-
been talking about year 2 a lot.
Yeah.
This is only second year of crime fighting.
Wow, that's pretty young. Yeah. Well, how many years was he Dark Knight in Heath Ledger?
Actually, I'm not sure. I think it would have been at least 10
They
or
never
something.
really mentioned it in
Oh,
those
you
movies.
don't know.
I would guess at least 10.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
that's
Yeah.
why
He's experienced already. Yeah.
he would be already experienced. But the good thing about this movie is they made it clear that it was year 2.
Yeah.
The other movies we don't really exactly know. It could be like whatever time.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And I guess in a sense, that's why he at this stage he's still this recluse hiding behind a mask. He's not like the playboy billionaire that we've
Bruce
seen
Wayne,
in
yeah.
the previous ones. So
Yeah.
at this stage he's still maybe
I think you're
grieving
thinking
and-
of Iron Man. He wasn't. He wasn't really a playboy.
He wasn't,
the
yeah, he
Batman
wasn't.
series.
Definitely not. He's
I meant never playboy. No.
yeah, he's a billionaire playboy.
Oh, is it? Okay.
He's a, like
Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne, yeah.
Christian Bale. Yeah,
Christian Bale.
Well,
yeah.
he's less of a playboy than Iron Man.
yeah, I agree.
Far less of a playboy.
It's not. Yeah,
Yeah, in the movies he hasn't been
it's more
portrayed
sensible.
as
It's more
as as
As
much.
Iron
Yeah.
yeah, It's
But
more-
he's
it's more tame.
I think he's just as rich.
It's richer. Yeah.
Actually, I don't know.
Yeah.
There's always this debate.
They're
Like, who's
both
richer?
rich, yeah. But effectively, under the mask, who are you?
Is it true that
Billionaire, playboy, philanthropist.
Yeah.
is it true that most of his wealth is from his father?
Yes.
Yeah.
Inherited from Thomas Wayne. Yeah.
Inheritance. Yeah.
That's the other question as well that you raised, right? Who is the real him? Is it Batman or is it Bruce? It's one. Which is the mask, right? I
Well,
think they're
that-
trying to play into that as well.
Well, that's what they were trying to answer in the Arkham games.
Yeah, exactly. I think we talked about this before. Yeah, that's right.
To fully become Batman,
He has to
he had to kill Bruce Wayne.
Bruce Wayne.
Well, yeah. Oh yeah, you had to kill Bruce Wayne.
Which may not be that's what the game arrived at, but I think in the movie he's learned to maybe accept both sides of himself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it's hard if you're with two faces.
Yeah.
So which one is the real?
But I think in a way Catwoman helped to let him see that,
Yeah.
that there can be more than what he's been trying to do. Because all this time he seems to be just this recluse out for vengeance.
But if you try to figure out who has more money, I would say it would be more Iron Man.
Actually, that's actually a very long running debate amongst fans. Who's richer, Bruce Wayne or Tony Stark?
Well, if you look at how like assets, Bruce Wayne has a lot of assets, but he seems to be like using it all for his bad thing. But in Iron Man, we kind of know where he's like earning money and stuff.
I think you're right. Bruce Wayne is worth $9.2 billion according to Forbes. Tony Stark edges out him by about 3 billion.
Yeah. Wow.
Well, if you think of Tony Stark, he's still earning money from all of his like work and everything.
He's got a lot of tech. Iron Man has a lot of tech.
Yep, and he
Batman
built stuff for everyone.
Tony
Yeah.
Stark is a little bit like
He's more-
well, I mean, Elon Musk, a real life Tony Stark would be Elon Musk who built stuff.
yeah, more like a tech. This guy is more.
Whereas
Batman's more like a
Wayne is
fighting
more.
guy.
He
Yeah.
doesn't build. I mean, he does get Lucius Fox to build stuff. He doesn't build it himself.
Yeah,
Mm.
but in terms of a lot of these movies, he seems to be wasting money instead of like finding ways to earn money.
Yeah.
That's my point of the whole thing. Like
It's
we
just
know where Iron Man is earning, but with Bruce Wayne, we always see him spending, but we don't see him like earning.
Yeah. True.
well, it's pretty he pretty much delegates it, to people like Lucius. Just run my company for me. I don't care. Whereas Tony Stark is the CEO.
Oh yeah.
He's doing
Well,
stuff
he
himself.
was CEO until he like moved stuff around.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Bruce Wayne's not the CEO.
But I think my point is Bruce Wayne just doesn't care about running companies. He just wants to fight crime.
Exactly.
That's all he wants to do.
Yeah, he's more a fighter kind of guy. Yeah.
Mhm.
You know, in the fight scenes, he didn't kill anyone, did he? You reckon?
No, that's the thing.
No.
He always says no killing,
Ah.
please.
It was
And
very yeah, it was very violent though.
It's very violent, but this is one thing that I find so different from Zack Snyder's Batman, who actually used a gun to kill. and that's why fans had a big issue with the Zack Snyder Batman. It's like why was he? I mean, it's okay to be violent, but the Zack Snyder one got to the point where he used guns to kill. So fans were not that happy with that. But with this one, yes, I mean it's still pretty violent. But
Which is a given, yes.
It's a given, but he never got to the point where he's uses a gun to gun down somebody.
Yeah, like even on the overheads in like the arena, when he was throwing people off, you can actually see that the wires are still attaching.
So they didn't die.
They're dangling, but they're not dead.
Interesting, yeah. So.
And when Catwoman was gonna pull the trigger on that dude up on the rooftop, he said, "Don't do it." Right? He's like, "Yeah, don't become the bad guy.
Don't become them. If you start killing what makes you so different."
So yeah, he still has a code, even though he's out for vengeance.
Interesting, yeah. That's a good point, actually. Yeah, he won't kill. Yeah.
Yep, a lot of these characters say they don't kill. Even Spider-Man doesn't kill per se, I guess.
Yeah.
But you can make the argument that Spider-Man has killed.
Yeah, fair enough.
Hashtag insta-kill.
Actually, let's talk about this guy.
Right.
Because this is the big
Wait.
review.
In the jail cell.
At the end, where we don't see his face clearly, but it's actually the same guy who was in Eternals. He played what's his name
Scroll up again.
Druid.
Scroll down.
Oh, look at his face again.
There.
Okay. Oh, you don't want to look at his face. Okay.
Oh, you don't want to look at his face, but okay, that's okay. I'm scrolling down already. But I'm just gonna point out that it's the same guy who was Druid in Eternals. So he's gonna be the next Joker.
Oh, Druid. How does he look like in Eternals? The Druid.
Oh,
he looked normal.
The Druid.
This guy.
Images. Oh.
Well, that mock-up is definitely not the Joker because Joker doesn't have clown features.
Yeah. If you're going with the roots of the real Joker character, he's not a clown.
Oh. So that was the character playing Joker in this movie.
Well, the actor is gonna be portraying Joker.
Yeah, but definitely with not that makeup.
Yeah, this is I won't show the face again, but yeah.
Oh, okay. No, but in the next movie, we don't know who's gonna actually play Joker.
Actually, it hasn't been confirmed yet that he's actually gonna show up in Batman 2. It's very likely, but there's no script, no nothing, right?
No confirmation. He only showed up in the jail cell in this one,
yeah. Just to show us that, hey, the Joker is in this universe and he's now in Arkham alongside the
Riddler.
Riddler.
They're gonna work together. This will be
It
good.
could be, they could be teaming up.
Yeah. Wow.
Because
That's a big-
what was the line? The less of them you have, the more one is worth. And what's the answer? A friend.
oh yeah. The more one of them. They actually make a good team together. Actually, the Riddler and the Joker.
Hmm.
But it'll be a struggle for power though. They might end up killing each other. So, I don't know.
Well, the Joker is more insane than
And the Riddler.
the Riddler.
Yeah.
Yeah, which again, I have mixed feelings about this because Heath Ledger set such a high bar. And
Oh, Heath Ledger. Yeah.
I mean, he would be perfect going up against this version of Batman. But then, he's obviously not around anymore.
But if you consider the Joker in like some of the others
Maybe
animations or the Arkham games,
Yeah.
the Joker wasn't exactly the enemy, but the Joker wanted Batman as a friend
Well, I mean, the
in
Joker's
some twisted sort of way.
in the twisted sort of way, the Joker is always saying that he's got a symbiotic relationship with Batman. He's saying that you don't exist without me, that kind of interplay.
That sort of twisted relationship.
Yeah.
So
Well, hey guys.
there was that movie where the Joker had that like the death of Batman speech.
Oh, hey guys, Bernie's here. Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, and the death of Batman speech. I know that's Luke Skywalker character actually read that as well.
What? Luke Skywalker.
Yeah, the Luke Skywalker. Because he also played a Joker.
Oh, you're saying Mark Hamill. Yes,
Yeah.
he was the voice of
Yeah, Mark Hamill actually did
the Joker. Yeah.
the Joker and did the death of Batman speech.
Death of Batman speech.
Yeah.
Oh, hey guys. Yeah, Bernie's here.
You can find it on YouTube.
Share the screen again.
Oh,
On the
which
left.
part? Which one?
Oh, actually. Oh, no, actually, John is scared of
Oh,
the
the clown.
The clown. You don't want to see the clown, John.
They're clowns.
Okay, don't worry then. Don't worry.
I'm going shit.
Oh, hey, Bernie. Hey, are you at home or car at the moment?
I'm in the car. I'm driving.
Okay, sure. We'll just listen.
Yeah,
On.
keep going. Just keep discussing.
All right. Sure.
Yeah, Mark Hamill. Yeah, he did the voice of Joker. Yeah,
Yeah, in the animated
remember that.
series. Yeah.
In the animated series and also in the games, the Arkham
Oh,
games.
in the games too. Right.
in the game.
Oh, Mark Hamill. Wow. Okay.
He's actually a really good Joker voice. The laugh, especially the laugh.
The laugh, especially.
Yeah, but I guess he doesn't have the body to play the Joker, so
Mark Hamill's laugh. Wow.
Now the question is, will Joker be the Batman 2 villain? So according to
yeah.
Matt Reeves, the director, he says that not confirmed. So the scene that we saw is not meant to be there to say, the next movie is gonna be definitely Joker. But it's just saying that he's there and there's gonna be maybe trouble brewing in Gotham.
Gotham,
Sometime in the future, maybe.
Sometime in the future, yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's only credited as an unseen Arkham prisoner in the credits. So they didn't actually list him as Joker.
As a Joker. It's only an assumption, yeah.
But I mean, it's pretty obvious that
It's obvious,
he
okay.
should be, given the laugh and stuff. But
Oh, yeah, the laugh gives it away.
and as well, the Joker was in Batman Year One. So
Oh, Joker Batman Year One. Oh,
well, not in the comic book, but
yeah.
because I think in the comic book it was actually the last panel, sort of like in the end of Batman Begins, where they had that card and say, "Hey, Joker's gonna be appearing soon."
Dark Knight.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's
Jurgen's Joker.
the Batman's deadliest foe is already set on his own journey.
End of Reeves. Wow. The Joker.
Yeah, there's so many stories I could play off with the Joker in the Batman games. I mean, in the Batman movies.
The young Joker.
There's so much Joker stories, it's crazy.
Jack Nicholson was a good Joker, was he? I think.
Jack Nicholson Joker was more comical and more larger than life sort of Joker,
Ah,
which was okay
some-
for that movie. But this is different. I mean, that wouldn't work for this one.
Very different
no.
style. Wouldn't
Yeah.
work for this one. No. Yeah.
Yeah,
different style. Yeah. Okay.
this
More
one is
campy.
definitely more grounded, more gritty, more real.
Oh,
Yeah.
More subdued.
More subdued. Yeah.
wow.
But
Jeff-
very different portrayal of Batman, which is good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Some
very
people
different.
say this is like young and more emo Batman.
Evil Batman.
Emo.
Emo.
Oh, emo.
Kind of more of a gothic style. Yeah.
That's why they picked him. That's why they picked Robert Pattinson.
Yeah, he's
Makes
like
sense.
Um,
Played Twilight before. Yeah.
Twilight.
It's just the gothic style. Yeah.
Yeah.
Emo style.
It's got the like the eyeshadow and all that.
Yeah.
It looked a bit-
Mascara.
It looked a bit weird actually. It looked a bit weird originally when I saw it.
But interestingly, Matt Reeves actually wrote the script
Oh,
already with him in mind from the very beginning.
wow. Okay.
So he knew he wanted Robert Pattinson to play the role.
Interesting.
And it turns out that Robert Pattinson is also a huge Batman fan, so that turned out to be pretty good.
Interesting.
Yeah, he says he's right. He wrote with Rob in mind, and he knew after Twilight, he's been doing some interesting stuff. Turned out that he was very interested to take on the role as well. So yeah,
Well, there's several movies where they only have one actor in mind.
yeah. A lot of some movies they only wanted one person.
So they wait for this one person. One of
Yeah.
them in Marvel would have been Benedict Cumberbatch.
As Doctor Strange. Yeah.
The only person who would play Doctor
only-
Strange. in
The
their
only
mind.
person that was ever a contender for the role.
Yeah.
Oh, Benedict. Yeah.
Benedict as Doctor Strange.
Oh wow. Okay.
The best Doctor Strange because he is Doctor Strange. Multiverse
to
of
find
Madness
someone
coming
else.
soon.
It's, have to find someone that play better Doctor Strange than him, I guess. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Multiverse of Madness coming soon, and
Yeah,
a lot of
86.
new plots and characters have been revealed for Multiverse of Madness,
Really,
which
really
we are not going to spoil here because we're not talking about.
Well, yeah, that.
the DC.
Just talking
Batman.
DC tonight, yeah.
Yeah,
The DC one.
Hey Jeff, did you
Yeah.
go for a bathroom break? So this article is about when you should take a bathroom break.
Oh yeah, I did.
You have to do a bathroom.
Yeah, and I missed some parts. They went into this dark house.
They
I
went
looked
into the
around.
dark house.
I don't know what they found. They went into this. The commissioner.
Apparently, the best time to go to for a break is 90 minutes into the film.
Oh, halfway through.
When he was at the memorial service, because nothing critical happens there.
Memorial
Yeah, that's
service.
true.
well,
I think Jeff took a break during a murder.
Huh?
He took a break
Maybe.
during one of the murders, I think.
During one of the murders.
Um,
Oh, right. So you
Okay,
missed
yeah.
out on someone killed.
Yeah, the Commissioner Gordon and Batman went to some place. Dark, somewhere dark. They
Somewhere
had to use a
dark.
torch. They had to use a torch.
Yeah.
And then someone came out, but they kept walking. Did someone get killed there?
So what was that?
got killed where? What scene are you talking about?
They went
It's
into a
hard
dark.
to remember.
Yeah, Bernie, you remember, do you? Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when you walked. I think there was during your bathroom break. something significant happened. I think there was a murder. Oh yeah, the guy. What's his name? The Elliot is Elliot, and not the rat, but the guy of the
Falcone, no.
not Falcone. The guy with
The drug guy.
is Elliot. Is Elliot?
Oh, the detective.
Not the detective.
No.
The guy with the bald head, I think.
Oh, you mean the district attorney?
Oh,
What's his name? I think so.
The
What's his
district
name?
attorney.
What, the DA? You
DA.
mean the bald guy?
Yes.
The
bald-
one that
the
blew
bald guy.
up?
The one that blew up?
No.
Is that a guy?
not the one that blew up
Yeah.
though.
Yeah, I think Jeff missed it when he got caught in the car.
Oh, so cause yeah, he went into the car and then the Riddler was already in the car
Behind
Yeah,
him.
at the back.
behind him.
back
Did
and
you see that scene, Jeff?
Yeah, I did see that one.
Oh, you did see that.
Well, he didn't die at that. He didn't die.
No,
at
no,
that
he didn't
point.
die in that because he was
He
just
didn't die in
gonna
that,
stick
yeah,
the
he got-
bomb in him. Yeah.
He got hit unconscious.
It was in a different scene. Oh, I can't remember. I can't
Sorry,
remember.
there's another scene that Jeff missed. I
There's
can't
another
remember.
scene. They went into a dark house with
Oh
a
no, I
door.
think Burley, I think that was what Yonda missed out because
Oh.
Yonda when Yonda was out for quite a bit, and when she came
Yeah.
back,
Do you
Yeah.
mean when Batman met the other police officer and they found the plans for the bombs?
Who are you referring to, Jonathan?
Batman was in a dark house, had
Oh.
a torch.
And a torch with the commissioner, and then someone.
He wasn't with the commissioner, but he found another
Oh, yeah.
police officer.
Oh, he was in another officer, was it?
They ripped out the mats from the Ridley's place and found the plans for the bombs. And then the bombs blew up.
but that's
Yeah,
No, not
that was
that
near the
one.
end.
Maybe
near the
not
end,
that one.
yeah.
That was
Yeah,
near
that was near the end.
that was nearer the end. Yeah.
I remember that scene. Yeah, they found all these bombs, and I think Jeff was there for that. And that's all right. It's not important.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
know.
actually wondering what scene that was.
Went to a house. It was great. It was a bit of green in the house.
You know, it was 3 hours long, but it was supposed to be 4 hours. You know, like the uncut version was supposed to be 4 hours.
Oh, there's an uncut version. Yeah.
Well, I think the first cut or something was quite long. It's almost as long as Snyder cut.
Hmm.
Long.
Yeah.
Well, they were in post for quite a while, so you know.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yep. Anyways,
Wow.
did we cover everything? What do you think of the chase scene?
Oh yes, I love it. That was one of my favorite scenes with the Batmobile chasing
The car
down
chase scene.
Penguin. Yeah.
Penguin, yeah.
Oh, chasing penguins in.
An early
I can't
version
believe
of
it's
the
called
Batmobile.
Peralta.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't believe it's Colin Farrell.
Oh yeah, it flew. Yeah, the car flew.
Well, he found a ramp in all that carnage.
Oh, yeah. Penguin has a different car though in the other one, is it? He has his own car in the original series, is it? The Penguin. I can't remember. He had
I
another,
can't remember what
He had a
what
special
car
one.
Penguin drove.
or some. It was really unique thing. I can't remember. They had some. I don't know. It was just like I don't know. I forgot that.
Now the interesting thing here, Baby Driver director has
Maybe
high
not.
praise for the chase scene. So Edgar Wright, right?
I
Thought
do
the
direct it.
chase scene was really good.
Oh,
Yeah, the chase scene was good.
Yeah, it's really high.
He says there's a humdinger of a rain-soaked freeway chase, and he loved it. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, the previous Batman, like the Chris Nolan ones, also had some pretty good Batmobile action.
There's always been.
Yeah,
some-
there's always at least one really cool Batmobile scene.
yeah. At least one. I always have at least one
Oh yeah.
each review, right? So,
But you know what I liked about this one is the whole look of it. I really love the look of the film.
The angle is it?
Well, I'm talking about like even the aesthetic of it, right? The whole movie is bathed in red and rain,
Yeah.
It's like you never see the
Yeah.
sun at all until maybe
Yeah.
the end, where there's a
Well-
bit of hope.
Well, there is some sun sometimes when he's Bruce Wayne, but when he's the Batman, it's always nighttime.
Yeah, like even when
When
he's
dark.
Bruce Wayne, it's the color palette is also very subdued. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I reckon this movie should at least get some kind of like cinematography like award.
Chase. You like the
Award.
chase.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, during the chase scene, like the effects that they used for that were like really good.
Yeah.
And a lot of things which normally a lot of other
Yeah.
filmmakers wouldn't do, especially if you're against traffic. That's really hard to film.
Yeah, went against traffic. She drove against the traffic.
Yeah, hard to direct. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's really hard to direct, and most filming against traffic scenes tend to be like either far off or in the car. This one, they were actually filming it like really close. So
Yeah, the camera was like on the windscreen, on a corner of the windscreen or something.
Yeah.
Filming the guy driving and then the review mirror or something like that.
those are usually really hard to do. Like even the Matrix couldn't pull it off too well. They had to do it as a five shots, and they had to make up their own highway.
Yeah. Apparently the director, as much as possible, he wanted real effects and not digital. So that's what is really good
Real
about
cars and all
this
that.
movie.
Yeah, those effects which they used were really tough to do.
Mm. Fair enough. Oh, very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, in a similar way to what Chris Nolan did with the Dark Knight, right? He always wanted as much as possible to be as real as possible, to do
Yeah,
effects practically as opposed to just
the,
digital.
yeah, the Joker had a good car chase. Remember, I think it was on a motorbike. I think.
The Joker in the Dark Knight, right?
Yeah, Heath Ledger. Yeah,
Yeah, that was
that was good.
the really good scene.
Yeah, he was able to fire from his thing and try to blow up Batman. And that was quite cool too. Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, practical effects. I
Mm.
really like that about the movie.
Practical.
So
VFX.
practical effects. Yeah,
Practical effects tend to be more realistic, yes.
yeah.
Yeah.
VFX could
fun.
only do so much. It's
VFX.
Yep.
So he says we
Yeah.
actually jumped the Batmobile through the fire. So that's not a
Wow.
CG shot. So that makes it even more impressive.
Wow.
Like this scene through
It's like a flying
jumping
car. Yeah.
through the fire.
Through the fire.
yeah.
Because people might assume that it's a CG shot, right? But
That's crazy. Yeah.
this is actually yeah, we did that. So
Well, essentially you can't tell
Real.
what's CG and what's like practical effects. That was definitely a proper practical effect.
I mean, when I watched it, it's not real. Like, so, yeah, you can tell they filmed it for real when they went through the fire. Like, it's definitely not CGI.
Mm,
Yeah.
exactly. Wow.
yeah, he says there's a scene.
I mean, CG is VFX are getting a lot better, but still at the moment you could tell what's the difference are.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he says that Colin Farrell was actually in the truck in the
Oh, really?
in the car when it kind of
Flip,
went
when it
over.
flipped? When it flipped? Wow.
It's actually in the actual car.
Oh yeah. Not when it was in motion, but when it was on the ground. Yeah. Okay. It was upside down. Yeah. in the ground.
Yep. But effectively they still do get like proper buildings and stuff. They make mock-ups and they blow them up
Yeah.
with like
Yeah, they blow them up.
explosions.
Yeah.
Like the famous Joker scene where he like presses the button many times. That was actually a misfire.
Are you talking about the Dark Knight? Yeah.
What?
Yeah,
Which one?
the Heath Ledger one.
You mean he blew up
Ledger.
Gotham Hospital? Gotham Hospital?
Yeah, that was actually a misfire.
Was it?
That was like practically made up on the spot.
Oh,
was-
you're saying it? Yeah. I
He blew
heard
up the
about that.
hospital, right? He was pressing the
Yeah.
button.
Yeah, he was pressing the button multiple times because it didn't
It didn't
blow
work. Right?
up the face.
But it turned out that that's
yeah.
so true to his character.
Yeah,
Like,
because he turned around, he went like,
He was walking out,
what?
and then yeah,
And then he went press,
it
and
wasn't
then
working, and then suddenly it worked. Yeah.
suddenly it worked. And that actually made the movie because that was such a good improvisation.
Oh, and in the hospital, it was that lawyer with the blonde hair. That the
Harvey Dent.
oh, Harvey Dent.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was probably one of the best
That's one of the best scenes ever.
improvisations ever.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
He was wearing a
Yeah,
nurse. He was wearing a nurse's suit as well.
Yeah, that was completely improvised.
It's
That
all
wasn't planned.
improvised. All improvised. Can't believe it. Yes.
Yeah,
Gotta be the
because
best.
it was meant to
Actually,
blow up the first time, but because it misfired, it eventually blew up. But he was kept pressing the button.
Yeah, that was good. Mm.
Well, it made the movie, and that was quite a good shot, sir. Yeah.
Wow, I think we talked a lot. This article just literally came out 7 minutes ago,
Oh wow. Okay.
Oh,
Perfect.
and I think it pretty much covers everything that we were saying. 8 Ways is a great one, and 2 Drawbacks. It's a great Batman movie. Yeah. No killing. We talk about no killing. Action sequences are great. We talk about the whole practical effects. Zoe Kravitz, yeah, Catwoman. Neo noir visuals. Yeah, I talked about the visuals, which I really liked.
Yes, quite good how they kept it like
Detective.
limited colors.
Yeah, limited palette. Red is a big one. Like,
I
look
think
at
it's
my
on
background.
purpose. I think it's on purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Limited colors actually tend to work a lot more
It worked
than
for this movie. Yeah.
Now I
Yeah,
think
but
I know
this
that
kind of
Jono
movie,
has an issue with this detective story, but yeah, I mean that's really what they were going for.
yeah, even though
Yeah.
he was quite a crap detective.
Mystery
This one.
drama.
He's only year 2. You have to give him some slack.
Well, if you want to watch a better detective movie, which came out in the last month,
yeah, Death on the Nile. Yeah.
Death on the Nile.
I mean, they've
That's
got a
true,
point,
mystery.
like what you said before.
Oh yeah.
Detective work isn't the most exciting thing to visualize.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
It's
Definitely.
hard to do.
Either they're trying to make it a bit too dramatized with a lot of action, or they make it comical,
Yeah. I think
which is
so.
what they did with the other world's greatest detective movie. What was that movie called? Sherlock Holmes.
Oh yes, which one though? There's so many.
Sherlock Holmes.
Yeah, but eventually that series, essentially most of them ended up being comical.
Oh, you mean the Robert Downey one?
Yeah, even Robert Downey Jr.'s one ended up
Yeah,
being
yeah.
comical.
Actually, the way that they did the Benedict Cumberbatch one is very interesting because they got those screen prompts and stuff. I really thought that was quite innovative.
Green prompts. Yeah.
Well, Benedict Cumberbatch one was a series. Not a
Yeah.
movie.
I'm talking about the series. Yeah.
Oh yeah, detective skills.
Uh,
Oh, the Riddler. Yeah.
yeah, Paul Dano was also a really good villain
Oh.
too.
Very good actor.
Yeah,
They
Paul
trained
Dano.
Riddler so well, so good.
So creepy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Playing a good creepy Riddler. Very different to the Jim Carrey one.
Yeah, I think Jeff mentioned that. Yeah, so different
Yeah.
from Jim Carrey's over the top,
Funny guy.
funny guy. Yeah.
Just different styles. It's
Mhm.
there's no one better than another, but I think it's just different styles.
Yeah, I think that's the beauty of. A lot of people have said that more than any other character, the Batman character is open to so many interpretations over the years. Like you could even portray him as Cam, like the Adam West 60s Batman, and then you could do him as dark or a bit, yeah. So there's no
Yeah.
right one, I think, but this one is good. Yeah.
Well, Batman suits the dark aspect a lot better.
Yeah, I mean it's more true to his roots. But all I'm saying is, there have been like more lighter versions of him. Although I prefer this more darker one.
Yeah, this one I prefer.
Mm.
Yeah, that's true.
It's how he became a symbol of hope. as we were saying, right, from vengeance, not just vengeance. His cell is a symbol of vengeance, but he realizes it's a symbol of hope as well and embraces it. Oh, there's a drawback, which I agree with. I mean, I thought it could have been a little bit cut by a bit.
I think there wasn't too many wasted scenes there, was it?
Maybe not. I think
many.
I think it's all pretty good, but
Yeah.
It's
could have,
sometimes if you cut too much, it also doesn't become as a good
Yeah.
movie.
yeah. So maybe they cut as much as they could already. As Bernie said, it may have been 4 hours.
It was 4 to 4.5 hours long
Yeah,
before the
that's
cut.
like it's pretty epic. Maybe they'll release a 4-hour version for
Yeah,
Blu-ray.
just like the Snyder's cut for Justice League.
It's called the Matt Reeves cut.
Yeah, Matt Reeves cut.
Well, maybe if people ask for it, but the Snyder cut was because the whole Justice League movie was absolute trash.
Well, because Joss Whedon kind of did a crap job, right? So
Bit of a surprise.
overstuffed finale. Maybe. Because I thought that, like, I actually thought there were two different endings. You know, when Falcone sort of got killed, that was sort of like it wrapped like some a big chunk of the story, and then they went on to the whole.
I think the whole overstuffing is because they build it up until this humongous big finale.
Yeah.
Which is fine for like other movies, but for this one, maybe it is a bit overstuffed.
Maybe it is overstuffed because it's not as true to what has gone before in the first 2 hours, which is more like a detective story. And then it sort of became this big blockbuster in the third hour, which was okay because it's a Batman movie after
Which
all.
I guess it's fine, yes.
Yeah, this is what Jonah was saying. Not this one, because this one feels up to this point, it doesn't even feel like your traditional comic book movie. It's like a detective noir.
Yeah,
style.
but if it's any sort of like superhero movie, it always ends up being a final big battle, which this actually kind of did.
Yeah. And this one ends up with the whole these dudes, the Riddler's 500 followers on TikTok or whatever.
Oh yeah, he's got a TikTok account. No, it was Instagram.
No, it's not TikTok. It's something.
It's a made up version.
Yeah, it's a made up version.
Something similar to YouTube.
But I can see where they are going with
subscribe.
it. Yeah. It's actually quite trying to be relevant to say that, hey, these days, you know, with all these social media platforms, people can actually come up with your own little cult movements or fringe movements. And, you know,
probably not the best time to mention that in a movie because a lot of these things actually did happen in real life.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm saying that's why it is kind of relevant. Like it's like a Batman for our time.
Yeah, but considering all the events happening right now, it's probably won't waste time.
Well, yeah, I know. It sort of came out at an unfortunate time as well.
Especially in the US with Trump's own social media platform, which is absolute trash.
Actually, you have to remember that this was supposed to come out much earlier too, but because of COVID, it got pushed.
And also all of the social media coverage of the whole war in the Ukraine.
Yeah, and people are just posting stuff in the like first-hand accounts,
which is absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
So I guess not really a good time for anything. Even the flooding in Australia. Seriously.
Yeah, I know, right? It's been raining the whole time, and we went to see a movie that's like soaked in rain the whole.
Yeah, it was raining the whole night as well.
And parts of Sydney, like suburbs of Sydney, underwater and everything. Like what? Okay.
Yeah.
And Queensland too. Like not really a good time for a movie like this because it's like featuring everything which is kind of bad in the world right now.
Yeah, it's a case of what they call it, life imitating art.
Yeah, and practically releasing at kind of the worst time possible for a movie like
Well, they
this.
couldn't really move it because
Any
it's already
further,
locked
yeah.
in. So
They did lock
Bernie
it in.
mentioned 4 hours. Yeah, a 4-hour cut was reportedly tested.
Yeah, but it was essentially longer. They tested with 4 hours.
Yeah, they tested with 4 hours, yes.
But it was closer to 4.5 to about 5 hours.
Um,
They cut it to 4 hours for the test, and then it ended up closer to 3 hours at the end.
3 hours.
Yeah,
So they cut a lot of footage.
They already cut quite a lot
Wasted
for the
footage.
4-hour mark, yes.
they cut it down to 2 hours and 55 minutes, which still makes it the longest Batman movie ahead of
Yeah, but-
even The Dark Knight Rises, which at the time was pretty long. Yeah, but it's still shorter than the Snyder cut, which went to 4 hours and 2 minutes.
Well, that's because they actually did an attempt to cut it down to 3 hours.
But you have to remember that 8 minutes is credits. So okay, so it's like 2 hours and 47 minutes in total of actual story. But yeah, we may see some deleted scenes, whatever, yeah, in the Blu-ray version.
Oh, what's that?
So Bernie's still in the car, yeah?
Oh, that was cool. That
Yeah.
looked like the
That's all right. So I keep discussing.
Well, wait,
It looked like
wait,
the
have you guys talked
Rattata.
about?
we'll wait for
Selena
you
Kyle yet?
to get back to give the actual review, your
Oh.
score, yeah.
We can give scores now if you want. Did you guys talk about Selena Kyle? What do you think of this version of Selena
Oh,
Kyle?
yeah, we haven't talked specifically about her, but yeah, I mean,
I like this one.
I liked her
Who
version.
this?
Yeah, it's a lot better of a Selena Kyle that we see because they humanized her
Kyle.
a lot more.
More real. It's more real and humanized. Yeah, but not as
Selena
over the
Kyle.
top.
And they gave her a reason
Catwoman.
why in this
Oh,
movie as
Catwoman.
well.
Yeah, so this is a bit like
Lenny Kravitz.
it's also like an origin story for her, as you're saying. Why is she,
Yeah.
doing what
Why
she's
is she
doing?
like this? Yeah. And she
Um,
gave all the reasons right there. It's not like she does it because she wants to.
Nah, she's not like a bad person. Like she's just doing it out of necessity.
The,
And also protecting her friend, which eventually died.
Right.
Spoiler alerts.
Spoiler alert,
tragic.
yeah.
Kill father, yeah.
And the interesting thing also is obviously
The
the
mask.
costume is not yet evolved into
yeah.
any sort of Catwoman costume yet.
Exactly.
It's just really very simple mask. That's all.
Actually, I thought
she couldn't afford a physical costume because it's quite forward, I think.
Probably not. But she, at the end, didn't she get away with all that cash?
is she?
Yep.
Oh yeah, she just stole a bag of cash. Yeah.
Well, effectively, she was owed that, as she kept saying, because
oh yeah,
Cody was the father.
yeah, that's true. It's a dad.
Yeah.
I actually thought that she's gonna ask Batman for a mask.
For what? Oh, for a mask.
For a mask because he was admiring the mask, right? Oh, the costume.
Well, he was
Yep.
Very close. Yeah.
yeah. They kissed.
But effectively, in this movie as well, you can't really consider her Catwoman yet.
Not yet.
Oh,
Although there's just
Yeah,
hints
like,
because she likes cats
Prototype.
She's not.
Yeah.
and she takes
Some of
in
the-
strays. Yeah.
Yeah, we know that she is Catwoman, but she's not
Oh.
Catwoman yet, or
Not
she
yet.
hasn't carried the title of
Um,
Catwoman yet.
Not officially yet.
Yeah, you're right.
Not officially yet. No, she's like more of a beta Catwoman.
That's right. So we will watch her become the femme fatale, but right now, not yet.
Because she's still Selena Kyle, of course. Selena Kyle being Catwoman.
Catwoman, yeah. Now she is the 5th actress to bring the role of Catwoman to life already. Wow. There's
Oh,
been
Catwoman.
4 others.
And
Okay.
she did voice
lot.
it for the Lego Batman.
Yes, she voiced Catwoman in the Lego Batman movie.
The Lego Batman.
Oh,
Zoe
sorry, Kravitz.
Kravitz.
Oh,
So she is
Lenny
already
Kravitz's daughter.
Catwoman in the Lego Batman.
Hmm.
She's having some experience already being Catwoman.
mm.
Yeah,
Mm.
Zoe Kravitz.
Which is Lenny Kravitz's daughter, of course.
Lenny Kravitz's daughter. Yes.
Yeah, the singer. Yeah.
Yeah, the rock artist. Yeah.
These are all the movies that she's been in. Oh, she was in Divergent. Okay, interesting.
Yep.
I-
Yep, I remember her in that. Yeah.
and then she was
Divergent.
in Brave One. What's Brave One? I don't know.
I don't know.
Road Within.
No idea.
It's kind of a funny story.
No
though.
idea. No idea.
Lego Batman.
Yeah,
Lego
everyone
Batman.
knows that one.
Fantastic Beasts.
I have no idea.
Please.
Yeah, I've seen the movie, but I didn't know. X-Men First Class. I mentioned this before.
Yeah, I didn't know it was her,
Angel.
but now I know.
She's Angel. Mad Max Fury Road. We talked about this. And ooh, she was in the Spider-Verse. Hey,
That's Mary
Spider-Verse.
Jane.
I didn't know
Jane.
that.
Who?
Interesting.
Yeah, she was Mary Jane.
Interesting.
Wow. Yeah.
Dave Mary Jane. Oh.
It's the voice. The
The
voice.
Oh, wow.
Nation. Yeah.
Well, maybe they'll bring it back for the Spider-Verse 2, Across the Spider-Verse, Part 1 and Part 2.
Yeah, that'd be good. So technically, she's in the Marvel and DC.
A lot of the actors are like we talk about Andy Serkis,
Commissioner Gordon.
Jeffrey Wright.
Mm.
Yeah, Zoe
Jeffrey Wright, yeah,
Kravitz.
the Watcher.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, we mentioned The Watcher.
Watcher, yeah.
Yeah.
The voice
Yeah.
on the Watcher. Yeah.
So good to see Jeffrey Wright back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good. He's a good actor.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, he is. Actually, he did pretty well, Commissioner Gordon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, there's some even though the whole movie is pretty serious, but I reckon
Yeah.
those moments of humor came a lot from the interaction between Batman and Commissioner Gordon. There's
Yeah,
a few funny moments.
I did find some of it comical.
Some
especially-
funny lines, yeah.
Oh,
And sometimes when Batman just completely disappears, as he usually does.
It's like, oh, okay, he did that to me again.
They always make fun of that moment.
He said, oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
right.
I like how they cooperated to escape, to let Batman escape. Yeah, that was funny. You let him hit him. Yeah, I didn't think that would.
Here are some quotes that
Oh,
are
yes,
pretty
right.
good. So I'm vengeance.
Avengers.
And then fear is a 2. When the light hits the sky, it's not just a call, it's a warning. I don't care what happens to me. I think I'm in the hiding in the shadows watching. I am the shadows.
He is a shadow.
Alfred, stop. You're not my father. Vengeance won't change the past, mine or anyone else's. People need hope.
Mm.
Yeah, so those are some quotes.
Good quote. Yeah. I remember, Jeffrey Wright, the commissioner later when after he got punched later when they met up, because he could have pulled back the punch.
I did.
That was funny. Yeah, and I said that was funny. Yeah.
I did.
I know, that was
That's
funny.
like that.
And what was that
interactions
other
like
line? Bad cop and bad shit cop or something?
Oh yeah, Batshit by the penguin. That was
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah.
It was kind of interesting that the penguin actually knew Rattle.
Oh yeah, that was a funny scene because like he says,
Yeah, but-
what?
Yeah, because they were wondering like, what the heck is this?
The
How,
Batwing.
how have you not known this? Really?
It also goes to show that this Batman is not as experienced because he
Batman.
doesn't
Like-
know.
Like
Everything.
they made a mistake, but the penguin like just solved it for him. Okay.
Yeah,
The bat with wings. No, the rat with wings.
Ratalata.
A lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's that website.
Which we tried
We're trying
to
to
go to the website, but doesn't seem to be much happening right now.
The JPEG files. Yeah.
Yeah, it just opens
Actually,
up this one.
when I opened it earlier, I got a whole bunch of code actually.
Oh, really? I'm
Is
not
it-
I don't
seeing
know what
anything.
I don't know what was happening. It was just it kept
It's
typing.
loading, but I think the traffic is too high right now, so it's not loading
Yeah.
as properly.
Oh, actually, it went up by 1%, I think.
Did it? Oh, it depends on. Oh wow, maybe if we reach 100%.
No,
mine
I
is
don't-
on
I know.
20%, but
Really?
it's not
Oh,
going any higher.
Oh.
I think the traffic is just too high right now because everyone's trying to go to the website.
yeah,
it's
maybe
on the
everyone
website.
just
Yeah.
finished watching the movie. And it's like, oh, let's go, Rata Rata.
Yeah, I don't know what happened earlier. I had a whole like lines of codes just it kept scrolling and I just stopped it.
Yeah, I think it's not loading as properly as expected currently.
A line of code. Hmm.
Too much server load.
Yeah.
Yeah, they really should consider that.
The Riddler. The Riddler and the Joker. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we did answer the JPEG.
The Joker.
Well, we cheated. We got the cipher.
Yeah, we found the cipher.
The JK.
But
All right.
I think we covered everything.
Yeah, man, we've been talking
Hello.
for
Pretty much.
a long
Almost as
time.
long as the movie.
Well, not as long yet.
Not as long yet, but still quite.
Another hour.
Another hour and we'll be as long.
Yeah. Should we get to our scores?
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
not? Yeah.
Who wants to go?
Who wants to go first?
Jeff, why didn't you go?
Me. Okay.
Let's see what score you give it.
All right. I'll give
Actually,
it.
I think we already know. We already told
Oh
each
yeah, we
other.
talked about it. So I'll give it here.
Well, you gotta tell out. You gotta tell audiences though. Yeah.
I'll give it an 8. I'll give it an 8.
Okay.
I was actually I was giving it a 9 during the movie, but I dropped it a little bit, I guess.
Why?
Um,
Reason.
That's a good point. I guess maybe because, maybe the Batman was a little bit different to what I thought, like the character.
Doesn't say the Batman's supposed to be.
Really? Oh, okay.
Well, I think it's more true in
different
a
versions
way.
of-
It's more
In a
true
way.
to his roots in a way.
His roots,
Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
But I think I can get what you mean. Maybe you are more used to
More used to the
The action
portrayal.
style Batman
Yeah,
instead of
I think that's why.
instead of detective Batman.
yeah,
I think
more
I'm
the
more-
action one. More the
Yeah.
action hero rather than detective.
So
A
kind
lot
of
of people would be more used
me
to
down a
the
bit, yeah.
previous one. Yeah.
Uh,
Yep.
That was
And-
good. Obviously, it's setting up for something bigger, so that's why I thought maybe the sequel will be higher, maybe. So with all the characters, but you're right. This is only year 2 Batman. If it was a year 10 Batman, this could have been an even more dramatic kind of movie.
But this, I think it's been done. That's the reason why they didn't want to go back.
Oh,
You
Do
know,
it again and
Chris
again, yeah.
Nolan did it already. Like he did it really
Ah.
well.
it is.
Yeah.
And the
That's one of them
games
again, right?
also did really well for the end of the Batman series. So
Yeah.
the early life of the Batman, we haven't really seen.
See,
Yeah, exactly. So that's why he says, you know, this era is a little bit more unexplored.
So,
And
so,
so-
so, this, so this movie is a bit like between Batman Begins and The Dark Knight.
Yeah, kind of. Well,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
exactly. Batman Begins is actually already
Is that year 1 already? Or is that year 2?
no, that's already when
He's
he's
zero.
fully become Batman. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and as well, that is not going to be part of the continuation
it's
of
a different-
story. It's a
different-
completely different
Ah,
series.
Universe.
It's not the same story.
Very
Okay.
different universe.
Yeah,
Different-
completely
Ah.
different series. Yeah,
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Series.
not to be connected at all.
Oh, not even
Oh, no connection, no canon. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
completely different universe.
Okay.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
Anything else to add, Jeff?
Yeah, not too much. Just looking forward to the next one with all the characters. Riddler, Joker, Catwoman, Penguin. Yeah. I thought I would have heard that Penguin put up a bit bigger fight, but obviously not in this film anyway. He's only a young
No,
Penguin.
I
right?
think it's just being set up to be
yeah, set up to,
something more. in the future ones.
They're not in their prime yet, these guys.
I mean, he's pretty much taken over though from Falcone
Oh yeah.
because Falcone's dead.
Yeah. So next one will be good, yeah. Next one.
Which we
But-
know it's coming, but we don't have a date yet set.
Yeah, it's definitely confirmed. But
Definitely a sequel. Yeah.
yeah, which you know is exciting because it's sort of like when Chris Nolan did Batman Begins. That was just the start, and then look where he went next with The Dark Knight. Just took it to such a higher level. So who
Yeah.
knows?
Hard to beat that. Yeah.
Cool.
So
right.
an 8, yeah, an 8
Yeah,
from
I'll
Jeff.
give it an 8, yeah.
I guess if you didn't miss that part, it would have been a 9, right? So,
Yeah. All right. Next guy. Next one.
okay, so who's next?
Who's going next?
Gonna go, Benny or Marcus?
All right. Yeah,
Oh,
might,
Bernie. Bernie,
I'll go next. Yeah. Might as well. Yeah, I actually I don't know if you guys talked about this, but during the film, it just felt it was great. It was a great movie, great action scenes, but yeah, a lot of the action scenes reminds me of the Daredevil.
Ah, a
Netflix
little bit
series.
because it's all street level fighting. Yes.
And it's dark and it's got
Yeah. I mean, this is the reason
like
why
a
my two
more
favorite
limited
characters
palette.
are Daredevil and Batman.
yeah, I knew, yeah, I can imagine that.
you knew it.
It
Yeah.
actually reminded me of the game, the Arkham game, because he actually does the same moves.
Arkham. Oh.
Yeah.
Actually, Bernie,
Arkham,
there's that one scene where all we see is the strobe lights, and then Batman just sort of
Yeah.
appearing for a little bit. That was very cool, and that reminded me of Daredevil actually.
Yeah, that was one of the scenes that reminded me of, and the limited palettes and a bit of the red, some of that red shades as well. Yeah, as like, you know how like this is more of a primitive Batman, right? With his with the costume and that, like it's more of a earlier Batman. It's like
Yeah.
it's like it's like the early Daredevil days too.
Yeah,
like,
early days
more
of Batman.
primitive,
Early
Definitely
years.
you too, yeah.
rough in the
Rough around the
edges.
edges. Yeah, Batman. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's different. I'm not saying it's a copy. It's different, very different to Daredevil, but some elements is a resemblance to some of the elements. And
I mean, they're both humans. They don't have
Yeah.
superpowers. They can get
Mhm.
killed
Well-
just with a bullet.
yeah, well, Daredevil technically has
Oh yeah,
Heightened
Daredevil has some heightened senses,
yeah,
but I always treat him more as like
human. He's more human.
more
yeah.
human than superhuman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I thought all the characters, all the well-known characters, the actors and actresses portrayed them very well. And I just can't fault much of the movie, and it just flowed. Even though it's 3 hours, like it was justified. The 3 hours was justified, and it was a good, it's a good a spin on Batman. It's a good what's the word? A good twist on Batman. Like it's not like your usual Batman.
Yeah, he's not like a playboy.
twist. Yeah, it's a different twist to it, and
So
It's
more
recruits,
like you
yeah.
said, more darker, gothic, more of a murder detective feel to it.
I even
Um,
say that it's more a romantic Batman. It's a bit of romantic feel to it.
Because of Catwoman.
Well,
Catwoman is always the love interest.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
it
always-
hasn't
always-
been portrayed in the previous ones in this way. Yeah,
In the
Batman Returns, maybe.
Batman Returns, I think.
that
yes,
one,
too.
yeah. And also in the games.
Yeah.
They were always sort of like the match.
I mean, definitely in the comics. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Bat and the Cat, right?
Yeah. And in the Arkham games, they were always the pair.
Yeah. I guess in this movie, there's more of a gradual build up. You can see the chemistry building gradually. It wasn't like as fast as Batman Returns, and
Yeah. This is more organic, which I like. Yeah.
more organic. Yeah.
Yeah, but they rushed the kiss already.
Hmm?
They rushed the kiss already in the movie.
Hmm.
I felt it was less. Well, it was a build up to it near the end. Like it was less rushed than the Batman Returns one. So yeah, but at least it was a bit of a build up of the chemistry. At first, like she didn't even like him, right? She
Yeah.
found him annoying, and slowly she changed her ways about him.
Yeah.
Yep.
But,
So
Yeah.
the final score was
just trying to think what else to add. Like, yeah, I just think they portrayed the characters really well, like in their own unique way. It's definitely a different type of Batman to the previous ones, which is it's good to see, right? It's refreshing. So yeah, I just really I felt in some ways I almost felt like it didn't feel like a
Superhero
movie.
movie.
Yeah.
Some reviewers have said that. Yeah.
until the very end when it was more
Until
serious.
until
Yeah.
the final hour maybe. Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly. So I would give it like I never give movies this high, but I'm not gonna do IGN, but I can't really fault it. I give it a 9.5.
Wow, that is high.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
I guess.
Okay, my turn. Yeah, I think I agree with almost everything that you guys have said. Maybe, yeah, I just add, as a, very big fan of the Batman, right? Comics and stuff. I really enjoyed the detective aspect of it because Batman is, after all, the world's greatest detective. And I know what
Not in
Jono,
this movie.
I know what Jono's point is, but I've never seen Batman as a detective in any of the other ones. So this is as close to Batman as a detective, at least on the big screen. So I appreciated what Matt Reeves was trying to do with this movie, right? Trying to make it more of a detective noir story, which is kind of maybe a bit slower than your typical Batman action movie, but I think it pays off in the end. And I think Robert Pattinson is a very interesting choice as well. Like, he's not the typical playboy billionaire at this stage. Year 2, he's still just like a recluse trying to actually work out, who is he, right? So I thought that was good, like just examining like the character of Batman, like why is he doing this, the themes of vengeance, and also obviously like you see more than just vengeance, and like the villain. I really like the portrayal of the Riddler by Paul Dano. Very creepy, almost on par, maybe not quite Heath Ledger Joker level, but close.
Pretty close to it, yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I really like seeing all these year 1 like style aspects brought to life from the books as well. And the last thing I really loved is the aesthetic of it, right? It's just a beautiful film. Like, almost feels like art. You remember how Martin Scorsese at some point he was saying how a lot of the superhero movies he says are just like theme parks. He doesn't consider them as art. Well, I reckon maybe if he looked at this one, he might change his mind. So I really liked it for all those reasons. Maybe the runtime could be cut down, but I don't know. That might be the only like shortcoming that I can see. So yeah, close to what Bernie gave. Maybe a 9. 9 from me.
Wow.
That's kind of high. Yeah.
It's kind of high.
So actually, and I also quite enjoy this movie. Probably one of the better Batman movies, which is closer to the comic material of him being the world's greatest detective, even though this movie, it kind of showed him as quite a crap detective.
Still inexperienced.
Yet still an experience, which is okay, but it does kind of show that he still has a lot of learn.
Yeah.
A lot of the
Yeah.
gadgets don't exactly work as intended, which is fine. This glider was absolute trash.
Oh,
Then he crashed, which, yeah.
stumbles a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Good to see that.
in this movie, we see him fail badly,
Which is good in a way. Yeah.
which is good. But one of the shortcomings that I do find in this is there was kind of a change in script.
Hmm.
Like it started off as like this whole detective vibe, which I found actually quite okay to start off with because it's
Yeah.
more trying to solve the mystery, but not really exactly mystery since the Riddler was giving clues along the way anyway, so it wasn't really a mystery to solve. He was solving riddles, so that's not exactly being a detective. And yeah, change the script right at the end after the explosions. It ended up being like a normal superhero movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was a completely change the script. 2 hours
Mm.
as a normal like crap detective movie, superhero movie at the end.
Hmm.
And that sudden change was kind of jarring. Yes.
It's a bit jarring. But maybe the studio said you have to have a big superhero finale.
And yeah, not really a great ending. Especially how Batman and Catwoman kind of split at the end. They're always a love interest in the show.
Oh, they'll come back for sure.
Let's do that.
Yep.
They're
And-
reuniting the sequel.
Yep.
Yeah.
I could definitely see like how the inspirations that they took from the movie are like they got
Yeah.
quite a lot of inspiration from the Batman Arkham games, like the whole style of it, the whole color aesthetic, also like the Arkham series of games, the battle style, like all the fighting
hand
scenes
combat.
was
Hand-to-hand
practically like hand-to-hand scenes which they could have taken from the game.
Oh, wow.
Like some of those fights movements I remember when I'm playing the Batman on the game. So it's okay, he did the same move. Okay.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So yeah, it's a really solid movie, probably one of the better Batman movies, but still a 7.5.
7.5.
Actually, one
So,
question for
I
you.
saw-
How would you rate the Dark Knight though?
Oh, you mean Heath Ledger?
Yeah,
The
the
last
Dark
one?
Knight, like in comparison. So if this is a
The
7.5,
trilogy.
what about the Dark Knight, which is considered by many to be the all-time
Oh.
best Batman movie of all time?
The last one or
No, the Heath Ledger one.
Number
Heath
2.
Ledger one?
the
Okay.
Heath Ledger one, I gave a 6.
Second one.
I remember I gave
really?
it a 6.
I'll give Heath
Interesting.
Ledger number 9.
Because that okay, interesting.
Heath
Well,
Ledger
with
number-
What
that
about, what about
one,
Batman Begins?
well, with
that's a good one.
the
too. I'll give
Heath
it a
Ledger
8.
one, I have to admit that a lot of it had to be changed because Heath Ledger died. So
He
Yeah.
died.
you
Yeah.
could definitely
Okay.
tell that the script changed in between. So they needed to get like this Two-Face character to be Two-Face in the last hour of the film. So that was like really too quick to do. So that was also like that's probably more jarring than this movie.
Hmm.
Because
I see.
that immediate twist to solve that movie to finish was not great.
It's different.
Yeah. I felt it in the last half an hour of Dark Knight.
And
That's
I
not
do
changed.
admit that it's kind of sad that they weren't able to properly finish the movie properly because of the death of Heath Ledger.
The death of, yeah.
So the
Mm.
change of scripts you could easily tell, and that was not good.
I guess it was out of their control. It was a hard
Yeah,
challenge.
It's a hard challenge to do, but they didn't do it well, so I gave it a 6.
Yeah, fair enough. What about Batman Begins? Was that? Do you find that better?
The League of Shadows, that one. Yeah,
I think I gave the whole series a 6.
that's a good movie.
I really-
First one was good.
I really enjoy Batman
Which,
Begins. Actually.
which is not really a good thing to say. Because
It's got that
Batman,
Hey,
Batman Begins, I gave a 6.
Batman Begins. It has that.
The second one, I give a 6. The
It has that
last
Star Wars
one,
guy. The Bane one. Yeah,
The
Bane,
Bane
last-
that was the worst one. Actually.
yeah,
that was the worst one. I gave that one a 5.
everyone had so high
Yeah,
expectations.
this, I agree. You agree. I agree. You agree with me that one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
everyone had so
Yeah.
much high expectations for the Bane one, but it never really delivered. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
By the way, this is
Yeah.
a list from Time Magazine.
Oh.
They did do a ranking.
Oh,
So
wow,
just
okay.
Time Magazine.
Nice.
So BVS at 14,
Oh,
that
Batman
was
and
not
Robin
good.
at
That was basically
13,
like crap.
Whedon, the Whedon card at 12,
Oh,
That was really bad.
the
Yeah.
1966
God.
Batman
the
11,
TV
the
series.
Snyder cut at 10,
Really? Wow.
Batman Mask of the Phantasm, this is an animated one, at 9, Batman Forever at 8,
Really.
1989 Batman at
Oh.
7,
Yeah.
Lego Batman at 6,
Lego Batman.
Batman
Everyone likes
Returns,
Lego Batman.
You gotta be kidding.
Batman Returns at 5,
Oh, that's a
wow.
good one. Yeah. Oh, sure.
Dark Knight Rises is at 4,
That's so high.
The
Okay.
Batman, which is this one, at 3,
Oh,
Yeah,
Batman
fair enough.
Begins at 2, and the
Batman
all-time
Begins,
best is still
oh, Batman Begins
Dark
is
Knight.
number 2. Yeah.
Yep, I agree with the top 3 actually.
Yeah, I agree too.
Probably, pretty much. Well, pretty much.
Batman.
But I think for me, the Batman has beaten the Dark Knight.
You think this one has beat the Dark Knight?
For me,
Yeah,
anyway.
for you. Yeah, I mean, some people say it's close. Yeah.
Very close. I'm gonna say it's very close to me too.
IGN again, 10. Masterpiece. Violent, thrilling, darkly beautiful take. More than justifies its place in the canon.
But it's
There's a
not
pretty-
really
pretty-
canon.
Oh,
Yeah, true. It's not canon. I think what this canon is saying is the Batman series of
Creating a new
Movies.
canon for Batman, the Batverse or something.
Not the canon. Yeah.
brand new canon. So what
Yeah.
IGN said is no faults at all. Okay.
IGN didn't find any faults at all. Yes. On Rotten Tomatoes, I think it's hovering around
There's
a
80.
honestly.
High 80s or
85 now. I think it's probably gonna stick at 85 because it's already got 347. But audience-wise, it's actually even higher, 91.
91.
Wow.
That's like Marcus's score. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. In the end, this may be the best Batman movie, but it may also be the least entertaining. It's a funny
Until
movie.
you get the last hour of the movie where it completely changed. Yes.
To a superhero movie.
The Dark Knight I really enjoyed until the last like 30 minutes to 45 minutes
Yep.
because that
Yeah,
was
same
where,
with me.
that is where the script sort of did a road fall.
Oh yeah.
Into Two-Face.
You can feel it. You can feel the change of tone. The change of
Which is sad. That was so hard to do. Like, what else could you do to make it better? They could have tried a bit more, I guess, but they had to work with what they had.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't fight properly too. I think. I don't know.
The
a tough one.
Yeah, that's a tough one to consider if you have a death.
Especially a main actor that died during production, died during shooting. Yeah.
Yeah, well, actually, this is an interesting. Someone said this. What I love about the DC universe now is the opposite of Marvel. Everything in Marvel is interconnected. Every show, every movie. But this is a good point. That doesn't mean every other studio needs to do the same thing. So he loves that we're going to
True.
see Ben Affleck, Michael Keaton, and Rob Hansen at different versions in the same year. He's got a good point. Like
Yeah.
Marvel is,
point.
so good at making everything consistent. DC is going in a totally different direction. It's the opposite of Marvel.
Is
But
everything random?
It's everything random, but then you get all these different versions coexisting at the same time.
So is Marvel, interestingly, in some interestingly crazy way with Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, although, yeah, it's true. but it's not quite the same because it still has to adhere to the same kind of, I don't know, Kevin Feige will still oversee everything.
Yeah, I guess so. But once Multiverse of Madness happens, absolutely everything is canon.
But I mean, as in like the look of it, right? This is still has to adhere to a Marvel house style or something. Like this is why I found this very interesting. It's just today, Matt Reeves says he'll never make a Marvel movie because he reckons that. To be honest with you, I just don't know how I would make my way through that. Like just the creative process, he wants full creative freedom. So he says, I don't think I'll get that with Marvel.
I can see
So
where
he'll never do a Marvel movie. Well, at least for now, he won't.
Well, that was the problem with DC movies before. They didn't really have that much creative freedom because the heads wanted something particular in the movie.
Yes. And now they've gone into a totally different direction, saying, hey, you can do whatever you want.
Every movie is standalone now. Yeah. I give it the advantage to that. I mean, how Marvel always emphasize on making everything connected. It's a disadvantage to that. Like you can't have total creative freedom for
exactly
directors.
That's exactly what Matt Reeves says here.
Well, essentially, Marvel did allow creative freedom to an extent.
See, but this guy, he says, I want 100%.
Unless you're with Sony, because Sony produced No Way Home, so they practically had more creative freedom than ever.
Actually, most of any movies.
So No Way Home was
bring back all the other series.
No Way Home was practically the most creative freedom any Marvel movie has ever had, which is practically nothing. Which is practically nothing.
Ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leading up to Multiverse of Madness, yes. And it helps because Sony was in control of the story, because Sony's verse is different to the MCU. But somehow they have more creative freedom.
And the MCU people movies,
And now the Sony verse is gonna be part of the MCU.
Which means they'll have less now.
No, actually they have more.
No, but they're part of the MCU, right? Soon.
Not exactly, but no. They're still going to be kind of separate because Sony will do their own thing, MCU will do their own other thing. Which includes the new Morbius movie coming out this month.
Yeah, Morbius, is that part of Sony too, or Marvel?
Sony,
Sony.
So maybe going forward, they should let Sony take over the MCU.
No, but then
Well, Sony's base is quite different, but they have their own way of interconnecting them, and they have more freedom than the whole MCU.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they tend to know what they want. Fox was really bad at it because they had set standards that they wanted to release the movies at the same time of year, so Marvel doesn't get the property back. But now since Fox has been brought over, that doesn't matter anymore. Which is why we got a really crap Fantastic Four movie, because they had to not let Marvel Studios get the property back.
Well, now Marvel's taken over Fox, so
Disney bought over Fox, that's why.
They hopefully can make a better Fantastic Four next time.
Well, they confirmed that they're making one.
Yeah, which is great. Hopefully be a better one than the last two. Better reboot, And X-Men as well.
X-Men,
Yeah, now X-Men can be part of MCU.
Great.
And Professor X, spoiler alert. Won't say anything more.
I think everyone knows it by now. That voice.
The famous voice, yes.
Can't mistaken Patrick.
But considering that Picard just started.
Yeah, just yesterday.
Oh my god.
Yeah, came
Yeah,
back, season 2.
Picard season 2.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I guess we'll sort out like our next ideas for timelines when we should be watching Picard.
We got Moonlight
We
as well.
want to watch it.
I mean,
It'll be hard.
yeah, I think
I'll probably watch
Uh,
Picard myself.
The
I'm seeing
yeah,
Picard.
the Moon Knight series, which comes out this month as
Yeah,
well.
because Moonlight comes out soon. So, yeah.
The Morbius movie, which is a Sony Marvel property,
Yeah.
end of this month. I think it's March 30th.
Yeah, Jeff, they showed the trailer before Batman. Did you see it?
Oh.
Morbius.
Yeah, they showed the trailer.
Mm.
Looks awesome, actually.
And Multiverse of Madness, of course, in May.
In May.
Yeah, that's the big one for me.
We'll see it in person, probably.
Well, that's the big Marvel one, yeah.
The Grand
Yes.
Majestic Illusion.
We're so close, like less than 2 months now.
Less than 2 months.
Yeah. We should,
So-
if we can, we should all watch it in cinema if we can
Yeah.
coordinate it.
John,
Yeah, like Batman, yeah. I mean, so I think DC's big one is Batman, and Marvel's big one is the
Doctor Strange.
Doctor Strange too.
Multiverse of Madness.
You gotta join us, John. Oh, when we can join you. We'll see.
Here's some fun behind the scenes facts, a few of them. So
Oh.
Robert Pattinson auditioned in George Clooney's suit.
Wow. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah. So remember the suit had nipples, which was funny too.
It was good.
Matt Reeves was actually terrified. I think, yeah, I mentioned this just now. So when he first came up with the story, he was very scared that audiences wouldn't follow it because it's a bit more complex. But yeah, audiences didn't mind it. Colin Farrell went to Starbucks in a makeup, and so everyone got scared because he was like a gangster type person, and no one recognized him as Colin Farrell.
No one did. Yeah.
Spent about 6 to 8 hours, man, in the makeup chair.
Wow. The whole day's work.
Yeah.
Penguin.
Warner Brothers wouldn't let Penguin smoke.
Yep. Okay, since we covered everything, should we finish?
Yeah. So this is my last thing.
This is last thing.
Pattinson's Batman voice was so bad, he was asked to change it. Because
Yeah.
he was whispering in the beginning, and then they said, "Oh, it sounds really bad," and then he changed it. Pattinson's worst day of filming was when he had to do like 40 takes on one scene.
40 takes
40
on one
takes.
scene.
Which
And
thing
then-
was that?
I don't know, like he was it doesn't say, but he was frustrated that he had to do 40 takes. Reeves actually had to talk Warner Brothers out of hiring him in the beginning, because when they approached him initially, they already had a script which was based on the DCEU connected universe one, and he didn't want to do it. He said, "I want to have my own, interpretation." Pattinson didn't know Batman was a detective. Ooh, really? And yeah. Movie exactly what Reeves wanted to make. Create complete creative control, as we said.
Yeah, it shows.
Pattinson was terrified to see the final cut. I think he mentioned this in a talk show. He says he has to have an enormous amount of sugar and caffeine before watching himself. Actually, another interesting thing that we didn't mention is that they're gonna do a Gotham TV show, which is kind of set in this same universe.
Yeah.
It's called
cool.
GCPD TV show. Yeah,
Yeah, that's,
Similar to Gotham.
almost like Gotham, but it's in this universe. After everything's got flooded and stuff. So, so
Sounds
that's-
interesting because Gotham was when
Flooded.
Batman wasn't even Batman yet.
Yeah, but I think it will be less campy than Gotham. Gotham became really over the top
Yeah, it ended
Something.
up not being so good.
Yeah, at first he was trying to do something serious, I think, but then it just, yeah, became crazy.
Well, they tried. It just wasn't great.
I tried. Yeah. So which characters were included in the new series? Marcus, do you know?
Yes.
And
So,
we and yeah, we're actually close to the length of the movie for the review.
yeah, we are. Eh? So
Okay.
Jeffrey Wright will
Okay.
definitely be in the
Commissioner.
GCPD TV show. Yeah,
GCPD.
it's a spin-off, and there's a few shows. Wow, there's actually more than one show. Gotham Knights.
Okay.
Oh, actually, I won't go on this one. Yeah, just this. Yeah, I don't know. Like, just.
We'll find out.
Yeah, there's too much.
Mm.
Too much spin-offs. I don't even know what GPCD stands for.
Gotham City Police Department.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
it'll be cool. To have see Jeffrey Wright in a TV series other than What If? Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Jim Gordon. It'll be Jim Gordon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, we've
Yes.
talked for 2 hours.
2.5 hours, practically.
That's me.
Close to the movie links.
Yeah, close
Yeah.
to the movie,
Alright.
like so.
Well, I don't think I recorded till maybe 20 minutes in.
But still 2 hours.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
All right. Cool.
Yep, and
All right.
yeah,
I guess you
should
guys.
it end?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And before we end, I'll give you a little preview of Multiverse of Madness.
Well, I should stop recording then.
Yeah.